Alright guys, so the Project Resistance trailer finally dropped today, on the same day that Outbreak File 2 dropped in Japan back in 2004. So I'm going to get my thoughts, opinions, trailer breakdown, hopes, fears, and we're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so the trailer starts out with kind of like a establishing shot over this facility-like area, showing our protagonist, and a Wesker-like figure flicking switches and starting timers and beginning to release like zombies and BOWs all over the facility area. So zombies just start busting out every which way, and our protagonist readies their weapons and just start busting every side, taking out BOWs left and right. A licker busts through the window on the left, attacking the guy in the varsity jacket. Then a girl in a yellow hoodie, kind of reminiscent to Yoko Suzuki from Outbreak File 1 and 2, attacks a zombie with a bat. And Alyssa Ashcroft sort of lookalike shoots the liquor off the guy in the varsity jacket. And the guy in the varsity jacket then shoots some explosive device, killing the liquor. As our protagonists clear out the room full of BOWs and zombies, the Wesker-like figures puts on gloves with sensors and can control the T-103 Tyrant or Mr. X. Mr. X walks out of his chamber and then proceeds to attack our protagonist. The trailer fades to black and a Project Resistance logo is shown, with text saying that there's going to be more shown at Tokyo Game Show. So, what are some of the things that I would like to see from this Project Resistance, or whatever it's going to be called in the end? Well, I would like to see drop in and drop out co-op. I do believe the original had it. Unfortunately, I own the original at Outbreak File 2. I think I got it for like my 11th birthday. And I think the online system kind of had like a drop in, drop out sense. And it looked like it was really fun to play online back when it was active. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to, but from what I did play of it, it seemed like it was built around like an online premise. And I would like this to be built around it too. But that kind of leads me into my second point. I don't want brain dead AI for people who choose to play alone. Like, I prefer to play with friends. I'm not sure if all my friends would even consider getting the game. They all know that I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I mean, look at my shirt. But if I don't have anybody who I favor playing with, I want AI that's not brain dead. Going back to Operation Raccoon City, oh my God. Y'all know that game was completely atrocious. And that shit, it was basically unplayable solo. It was the worst fucking thing ever. I just don't understand how people played that game by themselves. I mean, I played it a little bit on my own, but I primarily played with friends. And it was somewhat enjoyable then. I know they're using the RE engine. Like, it looks so clean. I'm pretty sure it's going to have 4K support. But just AI that's not brain dead. Like, something I can somewhat rely on like when things get tough. Something I can fall back on. At least revive me if I'm dying. Another thing I want is a great story from Project Resistance. Outbreak had a pretty decent story. They had monsters that had background, new monsters too. I mean, they had returning things too. Like, I remember like the zoo segment, like, the lions and the elephants and whatnot. That was they were pretty horrifying, but it was something new, something fresh to the whole Resident Evil formula, something that you didn't see before. And it took place in like probably one of the most iconic Resident Evil settings ever, Raccoon City. I don't know about the setting or the story or nothing like that that's regarding Project Resistance up to this point, but I do hope it has a great setting. I mean, I know probably the Raccoon City days is all over unless they do more remakes. Of course, with like, if they did Resident Evil 3 remake, they can bring it back then, but a game that's set forth in the future, which I'm pretty sure this game is. I mean, I haven't heard anything saying it's going to be set in the past or whatnot. They will have to come up with like a great setting that kind of provokes a great story too. And I hope they can pull that off with this game. I hope the characters got personality, good backstory to them, and all that. Also, want to see some returning characters. I don't know who they will bring back, but I want to see it tied to the Resident Evil universe as it currently is, with whoever they have with that's just out in the series right now. Like, I mean, I know Chris Redfield has been done to death But I don't know, maybe see Leon return, maybe Rebecca. I mean, I doubt we ever see Billy Cohen from Resident Evil Zero come back, but just bring somebody back that hasn't been used in a while. Barry, anybody. Like, well, he was in Resident Evil Revelations 2, but I want to see it tied, because I miss the old characters a lot. Like, I mean, Resident Evil 7 was pretty decent. It was one of my least favorite games in the series, but it was still things in that game that reminded you that you was playing a Resident Evil game. Of course, it felt like kind of like an Outlast or a Silent Hill PT, because they moved towards that first-person perspective. But I want something in there that's gonna evoke that, like, you know, I'm playing a Resident Evil game, you know, like something that feels like Resident Evil 2 or 3, something like one of the classics. Speaking of the classics, I want to see horror. I don't want just straight action. I mean, it was a nice little action-oriented trailer. It was clean. It was nice looking. But I don't want it just a game where I'm just playing a shoot 'em up, because then I'm playing either Operation Raccoon City or Umbrella Corps, and let's not even talk about that. Like, I bought it when it was on sale, and I regret even paying like the $10-15 I paid for that game when it was on sale, because that's how atrocious it was. And I just don't want that. I just hope that, you know, we got our scares. I mean, I know it's kind of harder to scare folks when they, you know, with their friends in a party and whatnot. It's easier to do that alone, but I hope they can come up with some creative way to still spook us, like the series has done in so many times in the past. And I also want the characters to have special abilities. I mentioned Alyssa Ashcroft and Yoko Suzuki. They had like special abilities. Like, I know Yoko, she was kind of like a more of a medic type, and Alyssa Ashcroft, I don't exactly remember what she did. I mean, I know she was a reporter, but I hope they have like special abilities akin to like their personality. Not something that's like easily exploitable, but you want to feel like each and every person on your team can contribute to the team. Like when everything get hot and you fighting like two Mr. X's and 30 liquors and a few hunters in there, like you want to feel like each teammate can contribute in his or her way. So I hope the abilities that they have make up for that. But of course, my main fear is just it being anything like Orc or Umbrella Corps. Them games were so horrible and they really shouldn't have got made. And I just hope it's nothing like that. I hope that it's a fresh co-op formula. But we all want Outbreak 5, 1, and 2 remastered for next gen or current gen consoles, or next gen, however it end up being. But if that never comes, we want to feel like not replace Outbreak, but kind of supplement for our urge to play that game. And I just hope that, like, you know, it's a game that I can play for a while. Like, I love this series to death. Resident Evil is my favorite franchise on Earth, my favorite video game franchise ever. I hope they can pull this off. I've been following Project Resistance for a while, and I'm so happy we finally got a trailer. Like, when I got the notification on my phone from Resident Evil, I watched it as soon as I can. Like, as soon as I got out of class, like, I went into the hallway and just started watching this trailer. And I just hope they can pull it off. I know, I mean, Capcom, they done more than redeem themselves in the past from what they used to be, like, back in, like, the early 2010s era. But I just hope they really take a long, hard look at Outbreak and bring that formula, like what made that game so great, into Project Resistance. And I'm sure they can do it. I got faith in them. They've done it in the past. They've been doing it for the past couple years. Like, you know, they gave us Resident Evil 2 Remake. We blew they social media up and we got our game, you know. And they know how bad we want Outbreak, because we all been stressing that on social media. Like, they know we want another Outbreak. They know we want like a co-op survival horror game. And I hope they can deliver with that. So, thoughts, opinions, mentions, anything like that, just let me know in the comments what y'all think. And, you know, don't forget to like and subscribe if you think I did a decent job. And we're gonna see what they bring to the table. All right, don't miss out.